Hi everyone, we are back. Summer is kicking in full on and we've got some very special announcements to make this time around. We hope that you've been handling yourselves well at this strange time in our lives. But let's get on with it. It's time for the Top Drive Show.
My name's Josie and I'm an analyst at Hutch, and I've got someone very important to introduce to you this episode, which is Dmitri. So go ahead, tell us all about yourself.
Hi everyone. Yes, thank you very much, Josie. Yes, I'm quite excited. So I'm taking over the Top Drive show, as you said, because I am the new community manager for Top Drives, and will be basically one of my responsibilities from now to run similar things, including shows and other community-related stuff. So yeah, I'm quite excited.
That's right. From my end, I've been orbiting the Top Drives team for a little while, but I've not been working full-time on it for a while. Now that Top Drives has a full-time community manager, it makes a lot more sense to have someone who's leading the show who's more plugged in than me. So Dmitri is going to be holding down the show, and I have ultimate faith in him. So we're gonna ask him a few questions just so that you can get to know him. You might have already seen him on the forums, but we're going to learn some more things about him before he goes and takes over the show. So Dmitri, Top Drives is a game all about cars, and there's going to be plenty of car content to discuss. I wanted to know if you had a favorite car.
Yes, actually, I do. Yeah, but it's a little bit of underwhelming for some people. I think it will be. My favorite car in the real world is a Honda Accord Type R. So this is there's two of them. There's one, the 1998, I think, the UK version of the Honda Accord Type R, and there's the JDM version, which is called the Euro R, which is from, I think the earliest version is from 2003. So these two cars are definitely my favorites, even though they're not very fast, but there's just something about them. I really like them. Yeah.
That's
I
so
think both of
cool.
them are in the game as well, actually. I think the UK version is one, at least in on the older RQ scale, it was 1 point higher. So it's a little bit faster than the JDM Japanese version. But yeah, I have both of them and I'm quite enjoying them.
You've got both of them. That was going to
Yeah.
be my next thing. I wanted to know if you had them. How did you
Yeah.
come to enjoy that car particularly? Do you know, like, was it introduced to you in a way that was interesting?
Well, first of all, I really like Japanese cars. And secondly, I really like 90s Japanese cars. And thirdly, I really like saloon cars. And these cars are basically are combinations of all these 3 points. And besides, they have the VTEC, which I think is really cool. I don't think they do such technology anymore. And it was pretty amazing for the time, at least 20 years ago. But it's still really cool. And the cars that have VTEC, there's fewer and fewer of them every year. Specifically, they haven't released any VTEC cars since I think 2012, so they are going extinct as well. So that's why I kind of like them as well.
And one of several different engine types that just for some reason are a meme. Uh, let's find out some more things. Like, Dimitri, what are the things that you'd like the community to know about you? First of all.
Yeah, I mean, well, I've worked in the gaming industry all my career, really. If that makes anyone feel any better, so I kind of know what I'm doing in a sense. So I've worked. My previous place was in a company that develops train simulators. So it's not exactly cars, but it's the community is quite similar in many ways. So it's definitely easier for me to start than if, say, I was starting in a football game, for example. So there's a lot of crossover, so it's quite useful. Although the Top Drives community is of course much bigger, and it has its own challenges and benefits as well. So I'm actually quite looking forward to it, because personally I wasn't that close to trains, but I'm much more close to cars than trains for sure. So I feel much better,
That's good. How far have you gotten with Top Drives so far? Are you already a
Yeah,
massive RQ?
Yeah, I think my RQ at this point with the new scale is 395, so I'm
Nice.
getting there, out of 500. But it's going way slower now, as I've completed the campaign, so it's all about the events right now for me, and I'm preparing a lot of cars for these events, and I can only really take part in a few of them at the moment, so like fully take part. So I still need to upgrade quite a few cars and see how well I can perform in other events. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Okay, couple of off the wall questions. What's your favorite type of food or cuisine?
My favorite type of food, or cuisine. Probably, well, cuisine. Let's start with like if we're talking about takeaways, my favorite one will be Chinese for sure. I just really like the combination of vegetables and meat and rice that they have in there. They're just perfect for me. I do really like Eastern European cuisine because that's where I'm from. So there's definitely a lot of love for it. But generally, I'm very much into very basic foods. I like omelet with cheese. I don't really like sophisticated food with like small portions that they serve in restaurants. I'm much more into just give me this plate full of food and I'm just gonna eat all of it. So.
What's the coolest car you've ever sat in or driven?
The coolest car?
Yeah, like whatever
Yeah,
dialogue you want for that. Just any cool car, like whatever your criteria is.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2019 Ferrari California T. So I've actually
Wow.
I didn't have a chance to drive it, but I was in the passenger seat. It was only actually about a week ago. So yeah, that was quite an experience. Yeah.
Nice, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good thing I asked that question then.
Yeah, it's good that you asked it. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course you're going to get a lot of chances to get to know Dmitri over the coming years. From my side, of course, having been on the Top Drive show for I've forgotten how long now, it's been absolutely amazing, of course, to read all of your comments, get to know a lot of the names in the comments section, and it's been an absolute privilege to read out all of the questions to Tim and John and all of our other guests over the years. So for me, it's been absolutely an amazing experience, and I'm really excited for you to have a go at it as well because it is really rewarding. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to reflect on what you said as well. I think I've watched all the previous shows, and I think you've done a great job. So there's definitely a certain level I have to reach. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do my best. But I just want to be as open with the people as possible, and that's why I'm trying to show my face in as many places as possible, including Top Drive show. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
No
Is there anything else that we want to bring up before we sign off and people await the Q&A?
Yeah, actually, I was going to tell you guys, we've recorded a June Q&A last week, and while it's generally a great video, lots of cool content in there, we have slightly progressed in terms of some things we've discussed in that video. For example, the very first question we addressed in that video was about the challenges and how to make them more interesting. And funny enough, we talked about it last week, and then on Friday we introduced the silver screen challenge. So we which is probably one of the most unique events so far on Top Drive. So yeah, there's some things that are a little bit outdated in that video, but they still cover quite a lot of interesting topics. And don't forget, guys, we're looking forward to your comments that you will leave in the next video, so we can have them in our next July Q&A. So make sure to leave your comments if you want to win that carbon fiber pack, guys. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say today. Yeah.
Cool, wonderful. Well, we've got that, and you've got the Q&A now to look forward to, everyone. So you should stay tuned to the Top Drives channel for that. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Don't worry, you probably will see my face if you want to here and there at some point in the future. So this isn't goodbye forever, but this is a new chapter, and I hope you enjoy yourselves.
Well, that's it this time around, but of course there's a new chapter of the Top Drive show to look forward to with Dmitri leading the way, and it's been wonderful to spend my time with you. Look forward to the June Q&A. We'll see you next time for the Top Drive show.